Hi everyone! Thank you for supporting our channel all the time. We are so happy to see you all having fun watching our channel. We have started membership from this December to make us easy to connect with all the fans we love. You can take a look at the details from the descriptions on the video.
So please, check it out!
We would like to create more fantastic and funny videos and channels with you all, so we are waiting for your participation. Hope you like today's video as well.
My name is Eiji Kirishima, and well, I'm basically just a loner that doesn't talk to people. What's that? Huh?
I'm sorry. I'm still a worthless person today too. No matter how much I think about that day, I can't change who I was back then.
This is a diary? Whose is it? They sound so sad. Are they okay? Hey, Kirishima! Is something wrong? Hey, Kirishima! Are you having fun at school? You always have a dark expression, so I can't ever tell what you're thinking. But if you have any problems, you can always ask your teacher, right? Yes, thank you. Well then, take care on your way home. Yes. If you have to ask for help from that teacher, his answer would only piss you off. I'll never ask you for help, all right? Well, not that I have any problems in the first place. It's not that you can't tell what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking at all. Sorry about that. Better head home fast. Oh. I ended up bringing this back with me. I know I shouldn't look inside it because of, well, it being the inside, but if I don't know who it belongs to, I can't return it. Should I hand it over to the teacher? Who? Who is this upset? This teacher of yours will take care of it all for you, so live with all your might! No, if I just handed it over, there's a chance it might end up causing a big commotion instead. It'll be fine. I'm not proud of it, but I have no friends, so even if I found your secret, I would have nobody to tell it to. Please don't worry. I only want to figure out who the owner of this diary is. Alright. Doesn't this belong to one of the 3 Gyarus in our class? Is the owner one of those 3? Huh? Is it really one of those 3? Who always looks so happy laughing away all day? That is this worried? I thought this would belong to some loner like me. It's a bit scary. The diary was filled to the brim with apologies to somebody. Every day, the owner would apologize to somebody. It's likely that they were apologizing to a single person. But in the whole diary, that person's name was never mentioned.
Today too, I hate myself for not being able to save you that day. I wished every day since then that I would be stronger. But still, I'm still weak. I'm so sorry.
This is definitely her diary. Nobody has come in yet. And this should be it. Now the diary has been returned to its owner. I'm sure she'll wonder who found it, but I don't want to hand it over directly and be asked how much I read. That's what I had in mind, but...
Hey, do you have time to talk?
Me? Shizuka Tori-san?
This is your handwriting, right? It was stuck to the back of a notebook I lost.
Huh? Huh? No, wait, that's... Oh no! Did it get stuck at home yesterday? I can't believe I got caught. I'm such an idiot.
Could you come to the roof?
Yes. How did you know it was my handwriting?
Because yours is the only handwriting that's pointlessly nice. There's nobody else at our school that writes so cleanly besides you. And when I confronted you, you were obviously flustered.
I'm sorry.
When did you find it?
Yesterday, after class.
So, since you put it in my desk this morning, that means you immediately read it and found out I wrote it.
I'm sorry. I thought it belonged to one of the girls in the picture, And the handwriting was so pretty, I thought it had to be you. I won't tell anyone about what I read. I'll take this secret to my grave.
So you found out with the same reasoning I did. So, did you read it all?
Oh no, I didn't read all of it. Really, I only read a bit.
I see. I guess you're curious who I'm apologizing to.
Well, yeah.
When I was in elementary school, some students started to go after a certain kid in the class. Now that I think about it, it was for a stupid reason. A certain boy's parents divorced because of his father cheating. And for some reason, that boy's situation got out. You've got the DNA of a cheater in you, so you'll always end up cheating. That's how it started. What on earth were those elementary school kids saying?
So you are apologizing to that child in your diary?
Yeah. I couldn't tell them to stop saying those things. I just quietly watched as everyone made a big fuss about it. No. Sometimes I laughed along with them. More than sometimes.
Something similar happened to me when I was in elementary school, too. Even now, I think it would be nice if things like that never happened. But don't you think you're a little hard on yourself?
The student eventually ended up transferring schools after it got out of hand. I don't know what they're up to right now. But what if they might not even be alive anymore? I regret it every time I hear about someone who's given up on life on the news. If I could turn back time, I would.
Why would you go so far? Was he an important friend to you?
Actually, at that time, my own father was suspected of having an affair, and things in my house were a mess.
Huh?
In the end, we found out about it, and my parents ended up having a divorce. Our situations are similar, so I worried what would happen if everyone found out. So I used him as a shield. Thinking back, it's the same as having used him myself. I did love him, though. That boy. Sorry. Having you listen to all of this all of a sudden? I wanted to have someone hear me out about this, but I couldn't really talk about this sort of stuff. But I figured it would be fine if it were you, since even if you heard everything, you have nobody to tell it to.
I guess from Tori-san's point of view, that's what I look like. Well, she's not wrong, though.
Well, that's that then. Be sure you take that to your grave.
Tori-san is really kind. So there are people that aren't victims, that live with such pain in their hearts. The next day, Tori-san caught a cold and was absent from class.
Doesn't Shizuka being absent because of a cold sound suspicious? I bet she just stayed up late and couldn't wake up for school, right?
A person as sensitive as her probably wouldn't fake a cold to cut school. She's surprisingly serious, so she'd probably feel sick with guilt for doing that. But yesterday she was so lively. What could have happened?
Kirishima.
Huh? Tori-san?
Good, I found you. I figured you'd probably pass through here, so I was waiting.
Why? Is your cold all better?
Oh, this? This isn't from a cold. Because my face is a bit... More importantly, why didn't you say anything yesterday?
About what?
Morita... Your last name in elementary school is Morita, right? I looked back at the pictures of our group field trip yesterday and I noticed it. You look just like him, and your name is the same. After the divorce and you transferred, did you change your last name? I heard from my parents when they were getting divorced that sometimes a child's last name needs to be changed for the family registration.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I actually knew you were apologizing to me since I first read your diary. Although I only knew you also changed your last name and that we used to be classmates after I read it. It was a bit embarrassing, so I couldn't.
I see. Morita, no, wait, Kirishima. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for being such a terrible human being.
Tori-san, thank you. But it's fine. I'm all right now. Please, don't cry.
But...
It's true that it was a rough time for me. Well, it's hard to think about still, but I made it through somehow. I was happy for your thoughts. And besides, I wouldn't want someone as kind as you to suffer anymore. When I looked at Tori-san, who had taken off her mask, I noticed that she had used her hair and the mask to cover up the fact that she had been crying all night. Her eyes and nose are swollen red. Even with makeup on, you can tell. Tori-san really is too kind.
I'm sorry. All you've seen me doing is crying since yesterday. But I'm glad that I could meet you again. I know I don't have the right to say this, but I really loved you. I'm so glad that you're safe.
I also, actually, back in elementary school, I had a crush on you. Now that I think about it, the reason I got into that mess wasn't because of my parents at all. I said that I had a crush on you in front of a boy who was like the boss of the class, and we got into a fight. Probably because he also liked you, and he didn't like me too much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because of me.
Oh no, that's not what it was about. Besides, that was in elementary school. But to think that you liked me back then, it makes me really happy.
I still love you. I really, really do. I always did.
Me too. After all, I still love you. No, I love you more than I did before.
I'm so happy.
And so, our hopes and wishes, after months of struggles and hardship, finally came true. Tori-san's Gyaru friends were surprised that she suddenly started dating a loner. But because she spoke so proudly about me, her friends eventually came around and started to have fun with me. I was a loner for so long. I even felt nostalgic about having fun with everybody. Really? It's just like she ended up saving me after all.